the gram too. So we'll see. Let me
There
see.
you go. You are live.
All right, now we gotta supposed to click this here, go live on the gram. Come on now. There we go. Oh, I see it. I see action.
We live.
I see action. Yeah, man, we
We
live,
live.
baby. We live.
Yes, yes. Kool-Aid, like a bag of chips and dip. We crunching. Okay.
I like that. What's up, bro? Man, we back for another episode of Technically
Technically
Speaking.
speaking.
Yeah,
Technically
man.
speaking.
Technically speaking.
Yep,
Man,
yep,
you
yep,
got
yep.
the hypeness, man. You the one with that real hypeness, man. I'm the chill, mellow cat on the
Man, let me
scene.
tell you something. Yeah. My thing is, look, I work from home and I work on my own. So the only interactions that I have is with kids. So when I talk to adults, I'm happy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't no put this down, put that up. I can be like, "What up, bruh?"
Hey, cause you be hype for real. It get me hype. I'm like, let me get up, let me go. I'm ready now.
Man,
Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Hey man, so without further ado, man, for those that's just now checking in with us, what we do is we break down tech news specifically for our community. So you could take something from it, maybe get some tips, go invest in it, maybe get some tips to get into the game, or maybe use these tips to do your own thing as an entrepreneur, like my boy Corey Giovanni.
you already know.
Yes, sir.
So what we
Let-
gonna hop in today? Go ahead and first hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and be active up in what
Yes.
we doing. You feel
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we're not just giving you some jewels, we giving you some tools. And make sure you jump
Ooh.
aboard and let's go for
Ooh.
a ride. Because guess what? We taking you somewhere in the
Let's
world of
go.
tech and in the world of next. Speaking of,
Ooh.
technically speaking of tech, uh man, I got some good news and some bad news, but we gonna steer clear of the bad news to the end of this topic. And as you can see going across the screen, Nvidia announces 10 for 1 stock.
Yeah,
Jeez,
man.
that is some great news for y'all. Go ahead, talk to him, Geronimo. Tell me about it.
Actually, I'm a let's let the news tell them. I don't want y'all to
Okay.
take my word for it. Let me let the news tell
Back
y'all.
to Nvidia,
Okay.
NVDA. Big earnings report that the company just wowed Wall Street with massive beat in its core data center business, revenue nearly tripling from a year ago. But perhaps one of the biggest pieces of news out of the report, a 10 for 1 stock split. Nvidia shareholders will get
God.
2 shares for every 1 share of the company they
Yes,
currently own.
sir.
Now, that goes into effect June 10th for people who own shares as of June 7th. So let's back up just a little bit here. Hold up, wait a minute. Can we put some stock split knowledge in it? And why did Nvidia decide to do one? Well, stock split happens when a company
Stock
divides
split knowledge in it.
stock
Stock
into a set
split
amount of shares.
knowledge.
So, for example, here, if you own 1 share of Brad.ai, ticker symbol BRAD, worth $300, and then the company, run by moi, announces a 3-to-1 stock split that would leave you with 3 shares worth $100 a pop each. The market cap of Brad's company remains unchanged since the value of each investor's holdings that remains the same. The big difference to the investor, you now own 3 shares instead of just one. The company sets the day on which the split will happen, and at the close of the trading day, all
All right, he's breaking it down. But
Yeah.
basically, the biggest thing, man, about this is oh. Hold
What
on.
happened?
Hold
Uh oh.
on.
Uh
Hold
oh.
on. There we go. We gotta
There we
click
go.
the right buttons, man.
Back at it like bad habits and crack addicts. Come on.
Yes, sir. Nah, man. So I mean, that's basically what it is, man. The video they announced that 10 for 1 stock split, man. Um,
Yeah.
it's going crazy. We were
Crazy.
talking about it today at the office, man. Actually, I got a coworker. She was saying that her husband got them into it. A couple of I think during the pandemic, and
Oh yeah.
basically her words was saying, "Thank you, Nvidia, for my new yard."
Yeah. No,
Because
for
she's
real.
redoing her yard.
Uh, a year ago, stocks for Nvidia was $245. As I
Mm,
look at the ticker this morning, it is 1,100 bucks.
man.
You talk about missing a wave. That
Uh,
wave right there.
yeah,
Whoo.
man.
And then just think about it. It's about to do a 10-way split. That split now that means pretty much $110 for a stock. So that's not bad. I'm grateful enough to be able to buy pieces of shares in it. I think I have like what 50 or 60% in one share. So
You really?
that's gonna split. But you know what I'm saying? Before June 7th, your boy about to go ahead and do something. Which lead me to the bad news.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What's the bad news?
GameStop, last time we was talking, I was telling everybody GameStop, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Jump
Mm-hmm.
in, jump out. Double dutch, jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out. The problem with that was, again, we are not professionals at this whatsoever. Okay. I the banking company that I use to jump in and jump out was Fidelity.
Fidelity.
They hit me with a 90-day trade suspension
Oh.
because I jumped in and jumped out. I was
Ah.
like, wait, what? Wait, hold on. So I was like, hold on. And they didn't put it in my online account. They sent me a letter. They put it in writing. So they was like, you know, what's the phrase? They write it because they know it's real. So I was like, oh, that hurt.
Ooh.
That hurt. So
Ooh. So you can't
uh
trade for what, 90 days?
not off of that account. Not off of that account. So I'm gonna have to
Ah.
go ahead and finagle some things and jump in before June 7th and give me at least one stock,
Oh, that
at least
Nvidia,
one stock
huh?
of that Nvidia from a different account.
I got another cat that I work with, actually, my network engineer.
Yeah,
I know he said that just off rip, he came up off about 10 grand off of his initial investment with Nvidia, man. So
yeah,
yeah, man. I was watching a couple of other people talk that commentate on stocks, and there's one
right.
brother was saying that they're making it easier for people to get in and make some money.
Yeah, because but also not only this is what the stock does. Everybody who knows stocks, um, like I would say, 70% stocks, the more investors, the more money that's being put in, the better the worth of the company, the bigger the worth of the company, right? So Nvidia, we already know, Nvidia is already working on nanobots, right? They're working on um the chips for the next um quote unquote Super Nintendo system or the next Nintendo system. So,
Mm.
and that's supposed to be coming out next year. And them things are already been. Think about when the Nintendo Switch first came out. It was hard for people to buy them. So the Nintendo Switch
I remember
2,
that. I remember that.
yeah.
Yep.
So the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to come out as well. And obviously the next PlayStation 6 is probably like 2 or 3 years away. The next Xbox system is about 2 or 3 years away. However, these all of these chips are going to be powered by Nvidia, right?
Mm.
So it's more than just saying like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and invest in the stock because of the fact that everybody's jumping into it. I mean, you see the little green N everywhere. Even when you buy your cell phone, it's either Qualcomm or it's Nvidia.
Oh,
You, you,
good
you know what I'm
point.
saying?
Good point.
And
Hey, you know what? I keep forgetting about your damn mobile background, man. So you know for sure though, you just hit me with something I didn't consider because we were talking about what how viable is this long term, right? And
right,
I got a cat, man, who's a pessimist, man. He was like, "Oh man, it's overvalued and whatnot." And again, we are not professionals in investing, right? So
no,
take everything with a
no,
grain of salt. But I do
please,
understand tech and I understand tech business, right? Um, Dude, the video makes money. Like the
yes,
one thing I do know is you got to look at the the profitability of the company, right? They are making money, man. They got the data center game on lock. And
yes,
you know the data centers are required for AI. You know, AI is the new plug. AI ain't going nowhere, man.
right,
So they got not only do they got the AI game on lock,
yep,
I didn't even know about the chips that are in the phone, right?
yeah,
So they got they I'm pretty sure they're dominant in the mobile, market and in the
right,
video game. Cause I was telling them, don't forget now, they came to fame because of the PC gamers. They
yeah,
been dominating the graphics
yeah,
cards with PC gamers and that they're not going anywhere, man. Like me,
no,
I'm not really I don't really invest in stocks like that. I'm on the fence on if I should try to give me a couple of shares. But for me, is stocks isn't really my thing. But I understand how Nvidia, they a money maker, man. Just like
Yeah,
Amazon. You can trust Amazon to make money,
right,
right? And if the
right.
company is making money, then you as an investor can probably
Gonna
make some money.
can make some money. Yeah, and here's the thing. 12 years ago, Apple did a 10-way split as well. No, they did a 7-way split. And that's when I got in. I bought shares from Apple because it was like the split dropped it down to $89 a share. And now Apple is at $183 a share as of right
Mm,
now. So you know what I'm saying? It's of course we always say, you said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Invest what you're willing to lose, right? Invest what you're willing to lose. If you're willing to
true,
lose,
true.
because it's a risk, everything's a
Yep,
risk.
it's a risk, man. You gotta know
But
that. Do not invest using your rent money.
no, don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
don't
Don't do
don't don't
that.
do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Nah. Because if you look at it like this, the things that if you buy a box of, I mean, if you buy Starbucks one day a week, right? And it's
Hmm.
$4.95. Okay, let's say $5, right? That's $20.
Man, I'm going venti, man. That's gonna be about $7, dog.
$7. Seven times four is what? Seven times four,
Upgrade me
28.
to venti.
There you go.
A
So, but you know
hustle.
what I'm saying? If you just think about it like this, most people don't just buy coffee once a day, right? They buy it probably 3 or 4 times a day. They gonna end up
True,
buying stock.
true.
I'm buying about $100 a month. A share of Starbucks is only at $84 right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Okay, okay.
I'm always stressing, look at invest in what you know and watch to see if it grow, right? When
Invest in what
GameStop
you
did what
know
when
and
GameStop did
watch to
what it
see
did,
if it grows. I like that.
yeah, you know
Man,
what I'm
you got
saying?
them bars, boy.
Well, I'm a MC at heart. At
Invest
heart.
in
At
what you
heart.
know and watch it grow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
I like
saying?
that.
And when in doubt, pull out.
Hey,
When in doubt, pull out. You feel me?
should have
There's a
told me
lot of
that.
ways we can go.
You
We can
should
go.
have told me that before I had that child support back in the day, man.
Oof.
Damn.
Ooh. Hey, bro.
I digress.
Hey,
Hey,
we live and we learn, bro.
investing
Yes.
in tech stocks like this can help offset that child support for anyone watching this that
Right.
has to pay that child support. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Just is it worth the risk? Then do it. If not, then don't. Point blank. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Your
yeah,
money,
yeah.
your money should always be moving anyway. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, unless you got a savings account that's gonna give you a AP annual percentage yield of 4.5, don't even put it inside the bank. You know what I'm saying?
What about 4.3?
Well, you could do 4.3. Anything above four. Anything. I mean, because think about it. You know what I'm saying? If you put $100 in there and you get $4, especially if you know you're not spending it, that's cool, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
always look to where you can move your money. The reason being because things like this happen.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
You're like, oh
True.
man, my money moving. Where can I stop it so I can move it here?
Yep.
Because I
Yep.
mean, think about it. 3 years from now, Nvidia is probably going to be back at
It's gonna be
1100 a
back
share.
up. Yeah, all the way
Exactly.
up.
Exactly. And those who have participated in that split, they just maximize their risk. I mean,
You know what? I
not
think
their
what you
invest.
just said, man. I think you just talked me into it, man. 'Cause I think, my son, man, he invests too. Check out DK Invest. He invested in AMD before they
Yeah.
shot up, and he's doing good.
Yeah.
Hey man, so hey, they say second chances don't come around that often. Maybe this
They
is my
don't.
thing. I might have to hop on it, man. I think you just talked me into it.
Yeah, man. Because or do this. Do this. Find an S&P that has that's with them that
Hmm.
has Nvidia in there, and then invest in that S&P. S&P has not been wrong for 92 years. They've been on point.
But it's still
You
a
know what I'm
risk.
saying? It's
Still a
still a
risk.
risk. But
Just
the
gotta
thing
say
about it
that
is,
because I don't want
yeah,
nobody to be like, well, technically speaking, said it's still a risk. It's still a risk.
now,
I'll make sure all my bills are paid first, and
and
then
then
we throw something into the stocks, man.
there you go. And guess what? We putting you ahead of game. You got 2 weeks before you can make a move. 2 weeks.
Two
You
weeks.
feel me?
2 weeks.
Now,
Yep.
what you don't want to move is bad laundry. Talk to them.
Hey.
Talk to them. Talk to them.
I see
Dirty
how you did
draws
that.
making $1 million. How you how you go and man, these two students are
You and them dirty
geniuses.
draws.
See, this is what you go to school for. You don't go to school to get a degree. The degree is gonna sit on the shelf. No, you go to school to go to the end game. Education to the financial plan. In the middle of it is where you get your what? Your degree. That's to show you completed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
Man, we
Yep.
trying to talk about getting paid,
Man,
and
we
two
getting paid.
students find a
We
security
getting
bug
paid.
that could let millions do laundry for free.
Yeah,
Now,
man. Yeah, man.
here's the thing: either you saving or you spending, right?
Mm. Hit us with that knowledge, man.
And so, what these two kids did, I ain't gonna front you. You know what I'm saying? I would try to be their friends.
Nah, for real, straight up. And right in the headline, right? Two students find security bug that could let millions do laundry for free, like you said. And basically, they found this bug. They went to University of California, Santa Cruz.
Mm,
They found that the internet, they could expose this vulnerability or actually exploit the vulnerability, basically to get some free laundry, right? Clean them dirty drawers, like you said. But
yeah,
basically, instead of taking advantage of it, they reported it to CSC Service Works, which they better than me because I would have just hooked like, hey, give me the hookup, homie. Hey, we call that the hookup. Hey, hook me up. But basically, they reported it. CSC never responded, um, which is bad juju, man, because they got millions of machines around the world, colleges,
hmm
where else in the UK, US, all over, man. But this is one of them examples, right? Of yo, if someone is willing to be a good Samaritan and be like, hey man, you got this little exploit right here, we can get this for free. Like I said, at the college age, like them, I was not as honorable as I am right now. I'm like, hey, hook that up. I need to clean
right,
these dirty drawers real quick. You said I could do it for
bruh.
free. I need
We
that
ain't
for
gonna
free.
we ain't gonna say no names, but we came up we in high school we came up on a lot of stuff from Kmart.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, but we
No
came up on a
names,
lot of stuff on
but
Kmart. The homie
I mean,
hookup.
you live and you learn.
Damn,
You
is
live,
that why they went out of business?
man. It could be,
Nah, it was
but you
the
know what I'm
Amazon
saying.
effect. It was the Amazon effect, man. No,
Yeah,
but
let's
good
blame.
point. No, damn, I forgot about that. We sure used to get hooked up on Kmart
Yeah,
for
and that's
real.
and that's the end of that part,
Yeah, that's the
because
end
we
on
want
that.
to
That's the
keep
end on
people
that.
jobs where they are.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, yeah,
However,
yeah.
what the thing about it though is, if you have a friend who highly intelligent, and obviously this friend was not only highly intelligent, these friends are actually they're highly moral. You know what I'm saying? They could
Yeah.
have been like,
Yeah.
hey, give me five
Good
bucks,
morals, man. They parents raised them right.
wash your clothes for however many weeks you want. You know what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying?
would have been hustling. We talked about selling candy not that long ago. This would
Bruh.
have been my new hustle. I'm like, hey, I got that laundry for the low. I got that
Exactly.
laundry for the low. I know you broke. You a
You know
college
what I'm saying?
student just like me. I got the laundry for the low.
Yeah. You know what?
L&L, baby, laundry for the low, man.
Nah,
L&L,
bruh.
laundry for the low.
See, here's the thing. I wouldn't even sell. I would be like, look, buy this Tide, you get your wash free. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh.
You sell because they
Ooh.
needed the Tide. They got this Tide, this Gain, whatever,
Ooh.
Arm& Hammer, and
Ooh.
look, you jack up the price because what is it's all about, supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
You know what I'm
Not only
saying?
do you get the Tide Pod, you get the
Mm.
wash for free.
And
Hey,
look,
how
and
much would you sell a Tide Pod
a
for?
dollar, bruh,
A
a
dollar.
dollar.
That's
Cause it's
not
gonna
that
cost
bad.
me $12 to buy that container. The Tide Pods come with 50 in it, bruh.
Oh,
I'm
that's
making
that's
what?
a hell of a
That's
flip.
$33. $33.
Shoot, I had to stop myself because I'm trying to. I don't want to. I was about to cuss, man. On YouTube, I want our stuff to get views, so I had to stop
Exactly.
myself.
We don't want no
We
problem.
don't want no problems. Nah,
Yeah,
for real. But again, man, kudos to them students, man.
yeah,
They parents raised them right. Because had that been me, oh, I'm hustling every
right.
day. I'm hustling. I got
Hustling.
them pods for say. Hey, I got them pods.
You
I
know what I'm
got them
saying?
pods.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even though you know what I'm saying, w- I mean, these are the kids. I would say they're going to be the ones running the next generation, right? They're going to
Oh
probably
yeah.
be
Oh
those who
yeah.
they did that. They're going to probably be the ones who have enough power and know what to do with the power that they have.
Mm.
And I appreciate that they were
Yeah,
able
man.
to go ahead and say, you know what, this is a loophole. Me personally, even if I was not to benefit from it and I was to find out, I would have tried to see if I could get a job with the corporations, right? Because of the fact
Yo,
that
good
I
point.
was able to find a system that had an issue with the business. I mean, like, you know what? Just hire me to go ahead and do all this every week. I'll go ahead and do a scan and see how much money, what I'm saying, you guys could be potentially losing. And then you can fill out the gaps your own. And then I would have, I would be the finder. Okay, right hand would be the person who do the finding.
Mm-hmm.
Left hand would
Mm-hmm.
be the person with the solution. That way, right hand gets paid. That one student get paid. The other student get paid as well.
So what you just described, I'm gonna put some official tech terms to it, right? So the one who
Yes.
found it, right? That's the
Yes.
pen tester, right? That's the red team, right?
Yes.
We gonna infiltrate to show you where the gaps are, right? The
Right.
other person that you said, hey, I'm gonna be the fixer, that's the blue team,
Blue
right?
team.
Those are the ones that come through and patch all the holes, right?
Right.
Good point though. So people ask me all the time, man, what's the best way to get a cybersecurity job? Dude, show your value.
Yeah.
You're right. Those two kids showed their value. Like if they didn't go to that company, hey, hire me right now. They need to get on that. If y'all watch this, y'all need to be asking them for a job. And then
Yeah.
on the company, if they don't hire them kids, they stupid.
Right.
They stupid, man. But then
Yeah.
again, they stupid anyway because they didn't even acknowledge them when they notified them of that vulnerability.
Yeah.
Crazy, but you're right, dude. If I'm them, that's my resume. I'm dropping out of college right now. I'm gonna go to the industry.
Yeah.
What's
Because
the point?
yeah. And here's the thing. That's how the rich mindset works. You find a solution, you find a problem, you find
Yep.
a solution, bring it to the problem holder and show
Mm-hmm.
them that you're the problem
Mm-hmm.
solver. Now,
Yep.
if they don't,
Business
there's two,
101.
so they can do two things. One, they can open up that gap more if they want to be buttholes, but I don't think they are because they was able to fix
Nah,
this issue.
they're
Or they can go to
ethical.
their competitors because everybody got a competitor. McDonald's always got a Burger King. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they
Yep.
can go to
Yep.
another company and say, "Hey, we noticed this in your competitors system where there was flawed. Have us take a look at what you guys are doing, and if you guys are having the same issue, then let us go ahead and fix that issue for you."
Oh, for
Because
sure. Actually, we getting some love over here on Instagram. I just had to check real quick, man. Shout out
okay,
to Gold Silver 7777. Genevieve, what up? Kitty
what's
Cat
good?
Gonzalez, what up? Shantae,
Kitty
what up?
Cat Gonzalez.
Is that who's Jack laced up? Yo, what up? Hey, thanks for showing love. I still learning how to use the Instagram side, so I'm learning. You got
Right.
to check Instagram real quick, not just through the stream yard. So that's just something to take for note. But
Oh,
thanks for showing love, y'all. Appreciate that. Appreciate
can you
that.
share that with me too? Or
Say what now?
on Instagram, is it possible to me? I'm just trying to. You know what? I was gonna try to jump in there. Nah, it's all good because I'll be too distracted what I'm doing. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
I just something told me, man. Let me just check the gram real quick. Nah, so few people
Yeah.
showed us love over there, man. Thank y'all
Appreciate you guys,
for
man. Thank you
joining
for
in.
tapping in. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what it is.
Now
Yeah,
think
man.
about all that water that's being used to wash them dirty clothes.
Hey, you the king of the transition, man.
So we gonna transition to some dirty water.
Hey,
Woo! Big water warrant issue nationwide.
hey, let me post this up for them real quick. Uh,
Yeah,
and then we gonna discuss.
yeah,
Hey, that's
man.
a
This
hell
is,
of a transit. You've been on it lately, boy.
well,
Woo.
you know what I'm saying. I feel like we got to do something right. We have a responsibility for those who are tuned in to give them some insight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and run this real quick.
This morning, the Environmental Protection Agency is out with a new warning
Mm.
about the safety of our drinking water. The EPA issuing an urgent alert over heightened cybersecurity threats to the nation's water utilities, especially in small communities. NBC's Ryan Nobles
Oh
is
wow.
this one for us. So, Ryan, good morning to you. First of all, how significant of a warning is this?
Yeah, Craig, good morning. It is a very concerning one. The agency says that more than 70% of the water systems they inspected do not comply with requirements of the Safe Drinking Water Act and violate standards designed to prevent breaches or intrusions.
That's no
Some
good.
have critical
Nah.
security vulnerabilities. And they say that these threats and attacks have been increasing in number and severity. And it is an especially big problem for small town water systems, which present an inviting opportunity for bad actors to attack weakly protected infrastructure. Now, systems in bigger cities tend to have more robust cyber protection systems, and the EPA says that it also plans to step up inspections nationwide and is recommending a variety of security measures, including changing default passwords, developing risk assessment plans, and setting up backup systems. Craig?
Ryan, 70% significant. Any idea at this point who might be behind these cyber attacks?
Yeah, the EPA has identified China, Russia, and Iran as the main culprits trying to disable critical infrastructure, including water systems. And it's happened
the usual
back in
suspects.
January. The small was related hacking, leading to tens of thousands of gallons of water spilling into the streets. But thankfully, the water supply itself wasn't damaged. And the city manager of a nearby small town reported that there were 37,000 attempts in just 4 days to get past their firewall. That forced the city, Craig, to unplug.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Ryan Noble's force there in Washington. Ryan, thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, so one, that's a hell of a transition, right? We was talking about the laundry hack. Right now, we talking about the water itself being hacked, dog.
Man,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. And you know what's really bad about that? We as a society depend on water.
Yeah, man.
We depend on it. From our babies, our infants, to our elderly. Everything in between, water is very important. And here's the thing, man. See, that's what you call chess warfare. That's chess warfare. Because they're thinking like, okay, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? They know you need water. So they gonna go to the most dirty, they can go just cybersecurity hack into your water.
Yeah, man.
And now, you know what I'm saying? You flush that water down. I mean, you run your water, it's kind of brown. So you go ahead and let it run for a while. And then if you have the tools and you have the power and you have the finances, you can go ahead and pay that extra money to filter your water, a filtration system, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is you lost once you spent your dollar. You feel me? Either you lose because you got to spend money, or people get sick, because water, like, not trying to be funny, you're gonna always need water. So if your water is always dirty, now you got health problems. So now you pretty much crippling society. And not only that, it's in the lower communities. It's not in the
you already
robust.
know.
So that, like, I'm like, and the bad part about it is it's the mother lovers that we don't work. That we got problems with. It's you know what I'm saying? Like, China, Iran, and Russia, right?
Yep.
Y'all attacking. Well, I understand why they attacking the little communities, because of, like they said, the bigger communities have a more robust cybersecurity advanced technology system.
Like a moolah, bro. Like a moolah.
So it's like, how are you going to protect the people that, you know what I'm saying, the bottom liners, right? Because there's the haves and there's the have-nots. If you ever watched that show that Tyler Perry did, shout out to Tyler Perry.
I need to get on.
That show is out. It's off the air right now because they finished the series. But you realize the haves depend on the have-not to do what the haves won't do, right?
True. Yep.
So if the water system is affecting the have-nots, right, then the have-nots cripple, fall, die out, infected, whatever. The have-nots, then they're done with. Now the haves is affected because their day-to-day is not being, you know what I'm saying? They're not having they don't have the water gardener to do all those things. So what do? They got to do it themselves. So eventually they're destabilizing the whole economy by messing with the water.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in waves, right?
And literally.
That boy good.
Man.
No, I mean, but that's it. Hey, they've been going after the critical infrastructure, man. And again, this is why I appreciate you doing this with me, man, because I need our communities to understand the threats that come after us, because our communities tend to be the ones that catch it first, right? Like you
Right,
said, because we tend to have not that many resources, even at the city level, right? You like you
right.
said, right? And one of the biggest struggles that they've been having is they got to balance the budget, right? The resources. Do I get the money maybe to make the upgrade to the actual water system itself, like the physical infrastructure, or do I
Yeah,
try to find funding somewhere in there to actually get the legit cybersecurity protection we need? If I'm in their shoes, I get it, right? I'm gonna prioritize the actual hardware infrastructure. So it's just like it's a lose-lose situation, because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of that, but then I'm still vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, from a cybersecurity
yeah,
perspective, to the point to where they said they had to disconnect. And what's very alarming is the fact that 70% of those
bruh.
those water plants that they inspected failed.
Wow.
Failed.
And you know what? You know what? You know what was crazy, bro? A couple years back, Flint, Michigan had that issue with water.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
so bad to the point where I think it was like 90% of the whole Flint, Michigan community had toxic water.
I remember
There
that.
was, you know
I
what I'm
remember that.
saying?
Yeah.
And even though that issue is not being brought up anymore, because obviously, um, the people in command can be able to put in front of us what we want to see and not what we should be seeing, if you know what I'm saying. They
Mm-hmm.
hack our feed. When I say hack our feed, you know what I'm saying? We no longer have access to stuff that we should know have access to. We only have access to stuff that we want to have access to. But I mean, and that, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but um, what I'm trying to explain here is this: what happened in Flint, Michigan is still going on in Flint, Michigan. You feel me?
We never made no progress.
Right. But Flint, Michigan, since it's not trending or hot topic, then nobody getting the attention. And there's people who
True.
really need help out there. You feel what I'm saying? This dirty
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
situation, like this should be on the news. Like, damn, Diddy. No offense, Diddy. No offense, anybody. No offense, 50 Cent. But but can we talk about this water situation?
Hey, you know what? You bring up a good point, man.
You
Like
know what I'm saying?
I'm only tracking this because this is what I do. You know what I mean? I'm in tech and
Exactly.
cybersecurity every day, man. I'm deep in the muck of it all, right? Because I have to
Exactly.
be. It's part of what I do, so I need to know what the threats are, right? But had
Yeah.
I not put this out there, no, I mean, all I see typically really is Diddy, 50 Cent going against Diddy. Actually, I saw they just put that Diddy special on Tubi, like
Tubi.
like
And
50.
then Netflix got one too, right? But like that
But
shit
you're
don't
right
help me.
though,
Excuse
man.
my language. That don't help me. Dirty water
Man, you
is a
just messed up the
problem.
game streams, man.
My
I'm just
bad,
messing
bro.
with you.
We still got somebody viewing. We still got
Hey,
somebody
shout out
viewing.
to who's viewing
Yeah.
right now. No,
But
but
I
you
mean,
you bring up a good point, man, and I think that's why I again I feel like we're needed so we can share this stuff with our folks, right? So
exactly.
we can not be distracted with the dailies and all that crazy
Yeah.
nonsense, right?
You know what I'm
Um,
saying?
but
It's
I'm still gonna hit you with a no Diddy. Sorry, had to do it, dog. When it's prompted. When it's prompted.
speaking of Diddy, since we gonna go there, you know what
Oh,
I'm
I see
saying?
where
We
you
gonna
going
go
with it.
there.
I
You know
see
what I'm
where you
saying?
going with it.
I'm
Go
not gonna be
ahead.
too harsh on this
Do it. Go
transition, but
ahead.
I
Do
am
it.
gonna
Do it.
say, look,
Do it.
cybersecurity just doesn't affect the rich, the poor, it or the free. Even those behind the walls has been
Mm,
affected as well.
mm.
The
Man, I
criminal
tell you
records of the
what.
millions of Americans were leaked.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
before we play this is deep because of the fact that what if somebody who's in prison who caused harm to a family member, their information got leaked, right?
Yeah, man. That's how I was looking at
And
it. Yep.
once they enter the civilization again, they can have somebody waiting for them. As soon as they get off the bus, boom.
Yeah. Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact that institutions are supposed to be able, you're supposed to be able to pay your debt to society and come out debt free, right? Especially if there's a lot, I would say, a lot that's behind bars that don't need to be there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Yep.
think about the situation with And nah, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say OJ. OJ deserved to be in jail when he was in jail. Um, but what I'm saying is, like, say for instance, some bad actors knew anything. And God rest the dead. I mean, God bless the dead. R.I.P. OJ. But you still gonna get this. The fact that when somebody, you know what I'm saying, somebody comes out of jail and Ron, what was it? Ron Goldman, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, their family was like, you know what I'm saying? They were like, they're great, got good riddance about the man's death. I don't have nothing to say about that because nobody killed my child, and praise God and thank God nobody will, because then I'll go Kendrick Lamar in 2015. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know that song, then y'all know it. It's off of the Damn album. But yeah, back to what I was saying. We need to realize that cybersecurity is very important, not just to those who are free, but those who are looking to be free. And
Yeah, man, and paying their
this is
debt. Not
bad.
just them. When I was looking at that, it so many different scenarios, right? You didn't because let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. It said that 70 million rows of sensitive information dating back from 2020, and then it included full names, birth dates, addresses, aliases,
Mm,
conviction dates, and sentences, right? So you get the address right, not only is that person at risk that you said right when they get out, but that puts their family at risk, right?
family at risk
what
too.
if
Yeah,
what if you know that there's some nonsense going on, and there's a squad or something that's involved that's like, hey man, I need that retaliation. Now you
yeah,
just leak the location of that person's family. It's not their family's
yeah.
fault that the person did whatever they did. You know what I mean? So now you
Mhm.
putting them at risk. And again, who does this affect? Like you said earlier, it's normally gonna be our community, inner city, right? I don't
Right,
see this maybe impacting more privileged ones. I don't know, but
right.
that's kind of how I was looking at it. And it's out there, right? And then
Yeah,
someone who has paid their debt, like you said, they get out, they trying to rebuild and stuff like that. Now this information is out there for the public, man. That's
for the public.
for the public. I mean, it's already out there, but it doesn't help if someone is
It
trying to
doesn't.
maybe what if someone got their records expunged, right?
Yeah,
And they're trying to move on. Now they put this out there, and it could mess something up. What if someone got their records expunged, they paid their debt, now they're doing good, right? They've already paid, they've changed, right? And
yeah,
now something like this comes out, someone on their HR team catches a hold of it. Human nature, man. Like, oh, I don't know if we could trust this person.
bruh.
It's
I'm
all
glad
bad,
you
man.
said that because that I'm gonna piggyback off of that with this phrase that I heard this past week, and it's old school phrase. A lie will make it around the world faster than the truth can get up to put
Oh
its pants
yeah.
on. And I was like,
Ooh,
damn,
before the truth could get up and put his pants on,
man.
huh?
You
Ooh.
feel what I'm saying? So it's like I personally, you know what I'm saying? Like oh, I'm not trying to go back to Puff. I'm not. I'm not. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's remember the phrase, it used to be innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
Now is you just guilty.
You guilty.
You
Hey
guilty.
man, if
And
social
if
media
even if
thinks you guilty, you
you
guilty.
guilty, bruh.
If
That's
50
it's a
Cent said it's true. It's
yeah.
law.
And 50 had a campaign. I don't want to throw him in there either, but Jesus, he had a campaign. It was
He was
like
going in on
he
Diddy,
was like,
dog.
but I ain't talking about Diddy. I'm talking about back in the day. If you follow 50, you know 50 already been with the smoke. I
Oh
need
yeah, he
my money
been with
by
it.
Monday.
Yeah,
He was like,
yeah,
he had the
yeah.
phrase, what it was. He was like, you did that shit.
Yeah,
he
I
had a,
remember that. I
he was like, you,
remember
and I was
that.
like, dang. And everybody just, I mean, that's the power of influence, man. That's the
Yeah.
power of influence.
Yup. Yup.
And the fact that I know we ain't, it's not one of our hot topics. It's not even one of our trending things. But I do want to touch on the fact that we have a lot of people looking to support Donald Trump, and I'm curious to know why. Now, Lil Wayne has a valid point, right? Lil Wayne doesn't see color. because Lil Wayne, when he was 12, he shot himself messing around with a gun, and Officer Bob, a white man in
Saved his
Louisiana,
life.
saved his life.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a reason for an individual to say, you know what, I don't see color. I see right and wrong, right? And that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I've learned a lot from all cultures. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the person who got me into
Mm-hmm.
stocks was a white man. You know what I'm saying? A white American man. I was his sales rep at T-Mobile, and he wanted me to help him with his phone. And he was like, "You know anything about stocks?" I was like, "No, but I would like to." He took the time to show me the things about what to. And this man was multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire. But he was like 63, 64 years old, just looking to learn how to do a smartphone. I took the time with him every time he walked in. Every time he walked in, he took the time to me to tell me how to move, how to buy, what
That's
to
what's
buy.
up.
And it's like there was no, sign up for my e-course back then. It was no, you know what I'm saying, come to my seminar. They probably had Amway, you know what I'm saying? Let me put you under the right arm and put you under the left
Oh,
arm.
Amway been around
You know
forever, man.
what I'm saying? It's different now. What is it
Hey, shout
called?
out to all the network marketers out there,
There
man.
we
I
go.
had my run. I had my
There you
run.
go. We all had, you know what I'm saying? Mine was credit repair, but you know what I'm saying? And I actually had like a team. I had like 9 people under me. But you know
Nice.
what I'm saying? But the thing about it is information is critical.
It's a weapon.
But why the information I really want to know is why are all these people are swayed by voting for Trump and trying to sway their community to vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? And let's
Real,
be
real,
honest.
real quick disclaimer. This is a tech channel, so just
Yeah,
there's a tie-in somewhere for those watching. Like,
right. Because now I say this because of the fact that we know how algorithms work,
Yep.
and Trump has always been trending. He has
Okay.
always been trending.
Yeah, he has.
So I'm not sure if this is a play for the keep these people trending because 50 Cent has what Power Universe coming out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne probably has another project coming out. You know what I'm saying? And then we also have, there's been a lot li- um a lot that Trump has done, but I think he's trying to get that minority vote, the black and brown and the other votes, right? But I mean personally, I just want to say this. Don't be so quick to just say I'm gonna go ahead and do this because what social media is doing. Do your research. Take these
Ah,
tools.
yeah,
Get
definitely.
involved and understand what you're doing because 4 years from now, that's where you will see the fruit of your vote. You feel what I'm
Mm,
saying?
okay.
I voted last year. I mean last 4 years election. Student, what I'm saying, student loans was on the ballot. Some people said they benefit. Some people said they didn't. I benefited, and I didn't go to school, but my wife did, and I was
Ah,
like, "Pray, hey, I made the right decision." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, and again, we know that every time technology advances, so does the communities, the governments, and all of them wants to be able to put these technologies easily. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be surprised if we
Mm-hmm.
can be able to start voting from our phones, from our own devices. However, we know if that is the case, we're going to need to call Geronimo because why? These phones are not easily protected. They get hacked very easily, especially if they don't have they don't have the new upgraded software. If they don't have the new upgraded software, they're more malware is able to sit in. Somebody sends you an
True.
email, just you
True.
click on that
True.
bad boy. Thank you for voting for who
Boom.
you voted for, right?
Ooh. Ooh.
Click.
Yeah,
Get,
got him.
get your free coffee. Get your free coffee. Just show this at your
Yep.
near Starbucks. Oh, I get a free coffee. Click.
I don't know, man. I like Starbucks. They
It's
probably
like
get a
it's
free vote off of me.
but right. But what I'm saying is let's not be so easily swayed by the things that's in the palm of our hands.
Yeah, I feel you. And to close off that last article, right?
Yeah.
If someone right did their time right, they paid their dues, and let's say someone did get their records expunged, and then it gets leaked like that, and say someone found it, don't be quick to judge. Do your research, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Don't be quick to judge, man. Everybody makes mistakes. You said that in the last stream, right?
Yeah.
Everyone makes
For real.
mistakes, man. No one is perfect. Don't throw rocks when you live in a glass house, man. So do your research. And hey, man, this was a good impromptu, good message for people to get out there and vote. No matter
Yeah.
which way you go. I mean, my 2 cents on it, being someone that served in the military. Hey, I never really put too much energy or emotion towards one candidate. I was groomed to it, man. Whoever was the commander in chief, I follow orders, man.
Hold on 1 second. I got a little one walking in. She
It's
trying to.
all good. It's all
Hold on.
good. So I would say vote for whoever has your best interest in mind. If you rock with Trump, hey, vote for Trump. If you rock for Sleepy Joe, I mean, give him some caffeine and go for Sleepy Joe. It's up to you. We got a little one that walked in.
Yeah, me personally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. You want to vote for Biden, vote for Biden. My whole thing is this: use your tools so that way you can be able to complain. If you don't like
True.
something, you can say, "Well, I voted for this and I don't like it,"
And you
or you
know
can
what?
say, "I'm glad I voted for this because
Yeah.
now I'm starting to see it in
Yep.
fruition."
Yep.
But if
The
if
power
you
is
don't,
in the vote. I will say that, man. I
yeah,
will say this. A lot of times, now you got me going. A lot of time, these political figures, they forget they public servants. They work for us. I will
they
say that.
do. They are public
No matter
servants.
who's in office, you work for me, dog. I pay my
Yeah,
taxes. So
yes,
that's
sir.
one thing I will say. And
Yeah,
I'll say this: you can use the technology we have to complain and follow the processes to complain. If you need to. In worst case scenario, what really matters to them is your vote. So
yep.
if you voted for someone and they didn't do you right, guess what? Don't give them your vote next
Don't give
time.
them your vote. Real
Simple.
talk.
Tell you
Point
what, you
blank
know what?
period.
I had a situation, man, when I was working in workforce development here, man. And our local board that we were working with, they forgot that they were public servants. So long story short, man, I used technology. I looked up
Hmm.
all the policies, the Texas state policies, man. And I had to file an official complaint with the one of the workforce commissioners. Man, something I was trying to get resolved in 2 months. Commissioner
Yeah,
stepped in. It was done in a day.
yeah,
It was done
and
in a day. So
and see that.
do not forget that these politicians work for you and
Yeah,
me and us. We don't work for them. Make them
elected
earn your vote.
officials. Elected
Elected
officials.
officials.
I found out that politicians is a bad word.
Elected officials. There you go. Elected officials. They work for us.
They work for us
Make
because
them
we
earn your vote.
elected you. We elected you.
Yeah,
You,
man.
you know what I'm saying? And if you don't vote, you don't have no hope.
Hey,
Point
if
blank.
you don't
You know what I'm
vote, man,
saying?
you got them one-liners tonight, boy. What
You know what
what
I'm
your wife
saying?
put in your coffee today, man?
And I look, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. But I look like I said, I talk to little kids all day. When we talk to when I talk to somebody who got a vocabulary over a 7th or 8th grader, I'm excited.
Shout out to all the parents out there. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. Speaking of fans, because I know you got to get to yours, I got to get to mine. So
Yes,
basically,
sir.
close us off. What you got? Hit us with another one-liner, bruh.
All right. So if you don't know, that's your fault. It's your boy Corey Giovanni, and I like to just say, make sure that you tune in to us. Now we're gonna be back at our regular time because yesterday was a holiday and we wanted to chill
Happy
with the
Memorial
fam.
Day. You
But we're
know
gonna be
what? Don't
back
forget
at it.
about the real life heroes out there.
Yeah, and thank you for your service. We appreciate you and our
Oh yeah,
fallen heroes. God bless you and your family and your
yes.
souls. Um, 4 p.m. Western Pacific PST and 6 p.m.
Central
Eastern. Oh,
Central
Central
Standard Time. That's gonna
Central
be,
Standard Time.
and then that's gonna be 7 Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yep, yep.
Because I am in Texas. So
And I'm in Cali,
plug them socials,
California.
man. How can everyone connect with you, man?
You can reach me at Corey Giovanni in Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I am there like a square, and if you get cold, brr, like a bear. I don't know, man. I was out.
You will own it tonight. And me,
I was
I'm at tech_Von_go, just like Vincent Van Gogh, but with tech instead of Vincent. So on all platforms except for TikTok, as we know, I don't do TikTok. But other than that, man, we're gonna keep hitting you weekly with some tech news that you can use for investing, how to get into the game, and whatever you need it for. Help us spread the knowledge through the communities. And y'all take care.
yes,
We'll check
yes.
back in with you next week.
Peace.